Good morning, everyone. We will be beginning shortly. Some people are joining, so we are just waiting for them. So another 2-3 minutes. Thank you for waiting. हम लोग अगले 2-3 मिनट और वेट करके फिर सेशन स्टार्ट करेंगे. प्लीज बी ऑनलाइन. शुक्रिया.
तो WHO का
वो मैसेज दिया
Good morning and a warm welcome to all of you to today's session on United Hearts and Minds in COVID response. We are honored to have with us some of the most eminent faith leaders. In this difficult time, I think with them and with their guidance, we will all be able to sail through successfully. They are here to guide us on what to do and what not to do. and it's a great honor. हमारी ये खुशकिस्मती है कि हमारे बीच आज कुछ ऐसी शख्सियतें हैं जिनके साथ जिनकी बातें सुन के हमारा ये सफर शायद आसान हो जाए। तो सेशन शुरू करने के लिए मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगी मिस्टर विक्रांत महाजन, हु इज द CEO ऑफ स्फीयर इंडिया, कि वो एक बैकग्राउंड दें अबाउट दिस प्रोग्राम। Over to you, Vikrant, requesting you to please give the background of this program. Thank you.
Vikrant, you will have to unmute yourself. We are not able to hear you. Thank you.
Yeah. Good morning. Namaskar. Salam. सत श्री अकाल। आज ये हम सभी धर्म गुरुओं के साथ में एक इकट्ठे होकर एक जॉइंट अपील करने वाले हैं कि कैसे ये जो आपदा की स्थिति है कोविड के साथ में, हम उससे कैसे मिलजुल कर एक मिलजुल कर एक हृदय और एक दिमाग के साथ में यूनाइटेड हार्ट्स एंड माइंड्स, all of us can work together and address the risks which we are facing in front of COVID and come out stronger out of it. कि इस आपदा से हम सब मिलजुल के इसका सामना करें और इसमें से सुरक्षित और स्ट्रांग बन के हम बाहर निकलें। ये अवसर बहुत है मेरे लिए एक पर्सनली कि इतने सभी धर्म गुरुओं के साथ में with so many faith leaders around here, it's a divine blessing for all of us कि हम उनकी गाइडेंस में इसको आगे लेके जाएंगे। आज हमारे साथ में हमारे जो इम्पोर्टेंट पार्टनर्स हैं इसमें काम करने वाले यूनिसेफ, वर्ल्ड हेल्थ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन और बहुत सारी स्वयंसेवी संस्थाएं जो अग्रणी स्तर पर जमीनी स्तर पर सरकार की मदद कर रही हैं इस आपदा प्रबंधन में। मैं उन सबका शुक्रगुजार हूँ। ब्रीफ बैकग्राउंड है, हमें देखा जाता है कि इस समय आपदा के समय कोविड के बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट मैसेजेस हैं, जैसे कि सभी को एक सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग मेंटेन करनी है, जो बीमार हो जाते हैं, रोगी हैं, उनसे भी कोई स्टिग्मा या उनको कैसे हमें अपने साथ में लेके ही आगे बढ़ना है। जो इम्पोर्टेंट बिंदु हैं जैसे कि हैंड वॉशिंग को लेके, पर्सनल हाइजीन को लेके, इन सभी इम्पोर्टेंट मैसेजेस को एम्फसाइज करने के लिए आज सभी धर्मगुरु अपनी अपनी बात पहले एक साथ कहेंगे, फिर हम एक साथ मिलके एक जॉइंट अपील करेंगे। यही इस चर्चा का आज की मीटिंग का उद्देश्य है और मुझे लगता है कि ये यहाँ से हम एक और सुदृढ़ शुरुआत करेंगे कि इसको आगे कैसे बहुत ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोगों को इसमें जोड़ सकें। जैसा कि पहले भी बात की गई थी, कम से कम हिंदुस्तान में आई थिंक as many as 90% of India people follow the followings of the teachings of the faith leaders. So from here we'll build the collective dialogue ahead, and I will hand it over back to my colleague Ilya. Over to you, Ilya. Please facilitate the proceedings as per the other process. Thank you. Over.
Thank you, Vikrant. I would now request Dr. Danish from World Health Organization to kindly say a few words.
Maybe you
Dr. Danish, if you can please unmute yourself. Dr. Danish.
A very good morning to all respected faith leaders, dear civil society organizations and their participants. We are happy to have this faith-based adopting a common fight against COVID-19, which is the art and is creating our society, impacting how finance and state lives many folk. The democratic organizations, civil societies, and religious leaders is vital in bringing communities together in a shared and unified response. WHO has seen it in the past on several occasions, such as with polio eradication initiative, measles and rubella campaign, and we are seeing commissions of different religious leaders that has helped country to achieve the goal post. We are grateful to all faith-based leaders and for the strength and treatment towards COVID-19 response. In the Interfaith Humanitarian Alliance member are requested to promote messages such as do not discriminate or stigmatize anyone, especially our frontline workers, sanitations, police, etc. Refrain from public congregations and to distract to reflect upon your lifestyle. We protect our health worker, and we should ensure that they are not stigmatized and discriminated against. The role of faith leaders and organizations was crucial in defeating polio. They have an equally wide role to play in the fight against COVID-19. We welcome the call to solidarity and facilitate large-scale awareness and getting the message across to millions in the country. We continue to seek support of Interfaith Humanitarian Alliance for COVID-19 and engage communities at the state level. Support, do not discriminate or stigmatize anyone, refrain from any public congregation, and support government in defeating COVID-19 by respecting all lockdown measures. We stand united against the fight against COVID-19. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Danish. It was very good to hear from you about what all we need to do and what we should not do. कैसे हमें भेदभाव नहीं करना चाहिए, किन चीज़ों का पालन करना चाहिए, उस पे आपने बताया. We'll now move to Mr. Siddharth Shresth from UNICEF. Over to you, Siddharth.
Good morning. Okay. Good morning, everybody. It's great to be in this joint appeal by all the faith-based leaders, and great to see such diversity in this joint appeal. Thanks to Spear India and also to NDMA for the support they have given us. I think we will go a long way in trying to achieve what we are here for. As we all know, and I think Dr. Danish also mentioned that all of you, the religious leaders, are uniquely positioned to influence public perceptions. This critical ability which you have becomes even more valuable during a crisis like this. Can you hear me? Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. During a crisis like the one we are witnessing today, all of you have a huge influence on how people think, how people speak and act. And when I talk about this, I reflect on the examples, some of the examples which have already been led by various spiritual leaders and faith leaders, like for example, the work UNICEF has been doing with Jiva in the past. I think it goes a long way in trying to, end open defecation, whether it's sanitation, whether we talk about health, immunization. The credibility which you all hold goes really a long way. And I'm sure with the concerted effort and partnership of all of you, we will not only make a change at the national level, but when we look at the state levels, I guess that is where your your advocacy, your support, your credibility will go a long way, particularly when you look at the local chapters. And I'm sure Spear will be, together with UNICEF and WHO support, will be able to do just that. We faith leaders have a lot of, you have access to families, you have access to personal spheres of life, including, I think, not to forget the most marginalized, the hard to reach population, because that's where I think a lot of the issues will come and are already coming. And that's where they need to understand how not only to prevent themselves, but also to know where to access the services they will be getting in the near future as well as in the future. Dr. Danis already mentioned about the key messaging. The key messages, what I just wanted to mention, there was a small digital online survey through UReport, which was done a few weweeks ago. The survey got completed yesterday with over 21,000 respondents. It is clear that people know about have heard about social distancing, have heard about hand washing, but the knowledge and what exactly to do is not still up to the mark. It was around an average of 30% or so. And that's where I think a lot of efforts need to be made in terms of getting the right knowledge, not just knowing what, oh yes, I have heard about social distancing, but what to do. Is it, what does social distancing mean within the family, within when you go outdoors? And that's where I think we need to push a lot of messages on, and that's where we'd really request your support. Coming close on the heels of that, I think the other part, the psychosocial part of it, when you look at stigma and discrimination, which I think Dr. Danish also brought about, is very key here. We are not only talking about the preventive messaging, but we have to talk about stigma and discrimination. And that's where, again, you all are very critical in this journey, especially in a situation like this. The messages that many of you have been religiously promoting across your channels on social distancing and following the safe hygienic practices can definitely have a huge impact on the lives of not thousands, but millions. We do have a lot of materials, both WHO and UNICEF together with we would like you to reach out to us in adaptation, whether you talk about languages or in your context. We'd be more than happy to do that for you. And then after that is done, we would really request you to promote that among your network, among your disciples, among your followers. Then just moving on, I think I just want to talk about the state plans. After this, it needs to be rolled out in the states. And we just had a discussion last time with Spear and UNICEF Spear and WHO that, in the states, we would expect, or we would hope to do similar things together with the support of civil society organizations, because that's where the outreach needs to happen, particularly in the time where we are following strict social distancing measures. And apart from that, even at the international level, there's been a lot of webinars going on, right from Africa, Middle East, Asia, South Asia. And that's where we'll be also reaching out to you for your support, so that the world can come together, the faith-based organizations can come together as a team to promote not only the preventive practices, but also these key messages on stigma and discrimination, particularly at a time when we need it the most. So thank you again, all the faith and spiritual leaders who have joined us in this event today. And I know you have millions of followers across the globe. Very well, much appreciated. Your presence and appeal together will bring in hope and reassurance that preventive behaviors and advances in science today will help us win this battle against COVID-19. Thank you very much, and all the best. Over.
Thank you, Siddharth, for your words and the emphasis on what key role faith leaders and spiritual leaders can play at this time in terms of giving the right messages, conveying the correct information. बहुत शुक्रिया. अभी हम faith leaders के साथ start करेंगे, मगर उससे पहले for my audience just some logistical announcements. After the session, we will open up for question and answer round. So if you have any questions, please write your name and the question in chat box and we'll take up. आप सभी जो सुन रहे हैं all over India जगह जगह से connected हैं, अगर आपके कोई भी सवाल है तो आप अपना नाम और सवाल chat box में लिख सकते हैं. ये सेशन में अपने सभी faith leaders को सुनने के बाद हम कुछ सवाल भी लेंगे और सवाल जवाब का सेशन करेंगे. तो अभी हम शुरू करते हैं. आज का faith leaders का the first faith leader that we have and we are really honored to have with us Father Dr. Abraham Matthew, Policy Governance and Public Witness, National Council of Churches, India. Dr. Abraham, over to you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Thank you very much. And I am happy that this time we have a good number of people attending this webinar. And I'm happy to also announce that my General Secretary, Reverend Asir Ebenezer, is also attending this program now. So he is also here. He may add something more that what I am saying now. Thank you that your aim is very clear and you could bring many people together in this platform. I'm glad to know that. And also we need to see that in the ground level, we need to partner with all other faith groups or other civil society movements to send the message to the people. That is one that, as rightly pointed out now, that is message against discrimination and stigmatization. That's happening a lot now in many of the places, especially recently we heard the story of the doctor who passed away due to coronavirus and how the people, they were against burying his body. So this is the message I think that the faith group should take up. And also the stigmatization against the discrimination against the people, the common people who are the workers, that we have already mentioned last time, that the distressed migrants have to be taken care of. So in which way the faith organizations can help that people? They have gone back to their local areas, local villages, and they do not have food and all the necessities. So how the faith groups can help them, that's also an important aspect as far as we discuss about the situation now. And furthermore, I would say that we need to give some simple messages of prevention, care, and compassion that we together can do. And I'm happy that Spear India is taking care of that, to bringing all the messages of all the faith groups together. And also, I would like to say that some measures to be taken to prevent the fake news. That is important as far as the Indian situation is concerned now. And my General Secretary is also here, Asir Ebenezer. If he wants to add something more into that, welcome. Thank you very much. Reverend Asir.
clarifications. Thank you for unmuting. Let me at the outset bring greetings from the National Council of Churches in India to this initiative of Sphere India. NCCI is a coming together of 30 national churches. Our related agency, CASA, is one of the members of Sphere, Humanitarian Network. And we are happy to be part of this initiative and want to congratulate you for taking this initiative. And we do affirm and confirm that we will take this forward among the 30 national churches in India. We are 146 dioceses or conference or synod or core, as many of our national churches call it. We are 146 spread all over the country, and we certainly will take this initiative forward. Best wishes and prayers to this initiative. I see His Grace Sebastian also in this meeting from the CBCI. So along with the Council of Baptist, Catholic Bishops Conference of India and the Evangelical Fellowship of India, the National United Christian Forum, we will certainly take this forward and address issues relating to discrimination, fake news, and other things that you will flag in this meeting. Thank you very much. Congratulations. God bless.
Thank you, Father, for your very encouraging words in terms of whatever is possible as faith leaders and as the big confederation. Thank you. We would now move to हमारा सौभाग्य है कि हमारे बीच साध्वी भगवती सरस्वती जी हैं, जो कि सेक्रेटरी जनरल ग्लोबल इंटरफेथ वॉश अलायंस हैं. साध्वी जी, मैं आपसे निवेदन करूंगी कि आप कुछ शब्द कहें.
It's such a wonderful honor to be together with everyone here today and to see the way that the faith leaders, faith-based organizations are continuing to come together so seamlessly and also with such efficiency and effectiveness, coming together with Sphere India, with UNICEF, with so many other organizations, and really to see how can we give our respective talents and time and abilities and areas of impact and influence to really not only help alleviate the pandemic, but also create a whole new world post-pandemic. And to me, that's really what we're being called upon to do. The faith response, I think, is really essential in three parts. Number one, we were needed to make sure that everyone stayed home and understood that this is not a joke. And so for the first week, 10 days, 12 days, all of the faith leaders were coming together saying, "Guard mein raho, kahin bahar mat jao. This is not a joke. Isko seriously le lo. Social distancing maintain karo." And that was a really essential phase one. And of course, it's important to keep this going as well. But then we've shifted into phase two, which is ab chalo, people are at home. Now in their homes, how to keep them safe, how to keep them peaceful, so that we don't see these rises in domestic violence, rises in drug and alcohol abuse, as well as how to take care of the communities who don't have a home, and reduce and eliminate aspects of discrimination and communal ways of thinking, etc. But then there's the third phase. And to me, this is really essential, and there's not enough talk being done about it, which is ab kya? Eventually, this pandemic is going to end. Our honorable government, all of the government workers from central government down to all of the districts, into all of the health workers, all of the frontline workers, all of our faith-based organizations, civil society organizations. Everybody's working. And eventually this pandemic will end. But the question really is, we don't want to go back to normal. Everybody's talking about, Cello, when do we get to go back to normal? But in my opinion, the normal that we came from is not a normal we want to go back to. And we really need to figure out what is the new normal we want to move forward into. Because if we simply go back to normal, Chalo, aaj coronavirus will be over. Fir kal ya parso ya next week, next month, kuch aur virus hoga, ya bacteria hoga, ya end of our water supply, or climate change, or whatever one of the innumerable other threats that are facing our planet. Those will become our threats. Those will become our crises, our emergencies. And for that, we really need the faith leaders and the world of faith in these days while we are home to give the vision, what is the new normal? And also to give the tools to the leaders and also the faith followers and communities of what is that new normal we need to move forward into. So one of oneness, one in which we no longer think that what happens in a city in central China doesn't impact us. One in which we realize the global ripple effect of what every single one of us is doing, how we're acting, how we're choosing, how we're speaking, how we're eating, how we're shopping. We are connected, but also one in which we get our priorities and our values and our ethics straight, in which we realize that none of us can be safe or healthy unless all of us are safe and healthy. And what that means is how much energy and focus needs to be put on caring for those at the bottom. We speak so much about leave no one behind. And I think now is really the time for the leave no one behind movement, especially in the world of faith, to really come forward, because when anyone is left behind, they are the ones whose ripple impacts then create a world that is unsafe, unhealthy, and difficult for everyone. And so my call to the faith leaders and the world of faith is, can we together use this time to have a unified, united, connected vision of a new normal and communicate the values, the priorities, the ethics, the tools, the actions, the systems of that new normal to our followers and our communities, such that when we emerge from the lockdown, we're not going back to normal, but we're going forward into a whole new normal of oneness, of health, not just even for people of one race or one religion or one culture, but not even for only people. One for Mother Earth as well, where we are healthy and she is healthy. We are healthy and people all over the planet are healthy, not either or. And that oneness and that togetherness is what I think we are really being called upon to foster and to expand these days.
Thank you, Sadhvi Bhagwati Saraswati ji. It was very enlightening to hear about the new normal of oneness, where everyone is healthy and connected, not just to ourselves and each other, but also to Earth. Very good message. We will now move to Swami Chidanand Saraswati ji. Adarni Swami ji, President Parmarth Niketan, Founder Chair, Global Interfaith Watch Alliance. I'll request you, Swamiji, to kindly say a few words.
I'll start from here where Sadhviji has concluded. And for that, let us be together for this new normal in unity, in oneness, in love, for ourselves, for our families, for our communities, for our nation, and for the entire world. To bring this new normal, number one is to understand that we are one family. In Indian culture, in Hinduism, there's a beautiful mantra, Ayam nijaha paroveti ganana laghu chetasam, udar charita nam tu vasudhaiva kutumbakam. Ye mera, ye tera, ye uska, this is mine, this is yours. These are very small, small visions, creating the boundaries and barriers. The time has come, and Corona has given us brought us a turning point. This is a turning point. That how we can take at least this vision from Corona and have a Karuna for all of us. This whole world can be turned in just in these two words, the Corona to Karuna. And if we can understand this, the meaning of Karuna, the meaning of compassion, all the barriers, all the boundaries will be broken. And we are, as I said, one family. If we are one family, how we can throw stones for our frontline workers? We should not. They are the one, we should honor them, respect them. वो बचेंगे तो हम बचेंगे. दूसरी बात जो स्टिग्माइजेशन की है और डिस्क्रिमिनेशन की है, मुझे लगता है कि we all have to work together. Still, these things are being seen in the community. We must move forward for that. And for new normal, we have to understand that what Corona has shown us, all are locked. People whom we keep locked, they are free. We can see here in Haridwar, Rishikesh, all the elephants, the deer, the many animals, all are on the road. And the people who are controlling them, putting them in the cage, they are being caged now. It means, let us learn this very expensive lesson. Mother Earth is bleeding. Let us be together for Mother Earth. Culture, nature, and future. We should maintain our culture. This is very important. But we should take care of the nature also. Then only we can protect and preserve and save the nature for our coming generations, for our children and their children. Culture, now, festivals. On the 26th onward, there is a Akshaya Tritiya. A big festival is coming up. For Hindus, for Muslims, Ramzan is coming up. मुझे लगता है for all the spiritual leaders, not only for one or two, for all these religious festivals, we must make a point, no matter what. We must come together with one voice and with one firm conviction that no festivities, no festivals will be celebrated. This time, if you ask me, जान बचेगी तो रमजान भी होगी. रमजान, जान और जहान. रमजान तभी होगी जब जान बचेगी, और जान बचेगी तो फिर जिंदगी भर हम रोजे भी रख सकेंगे, जिंदगी भर हम रमजान भी मना सकेंगे और फेस्टिवल भी मना सकेंगे. अभी अक्षय तृतीया के दिन ऐसा पहले तय हुआ कि राम जन्मभूमि, ऐसी चर्चा थी कि उस दिन को चुना जा सकता है. लेकिन मुझे प्रसन्नता है कि विश्व हिंदू परिषद या राम जन्मभूमि ट्रस्ट के जितने भी ट्रस्टी हैं या सभी संत, उन्होंने पक्का किया कि नहीं, इस समय देश संकट में है, इस समय सबसे पहले यही करना है सभी धर्मगुरुओं को, सभी लीडर्स को, कि चाहे रमजान हो या राम जन्मभूमि हो, उन्होंने कहा कि इसके मुहूर्त बाद में भी निकलेंगे, इस समय एक ही मुहूर्त है, एक ही समस्या सामने है, संकट सामने है, उसके लिए हम सबको जुटकर मिलकर आगे बढ़ना है, काम करना है। और लास्ट जो मुझे लगता है जो बहुत जरूरी है, मैंने लास्ट टाइम भी कहा था, मैं कहना चाहता हूं कि हाउ, बिकॉज पीपल आर फीलिंग स्लोली, लॉकडाउन 1 they took it, lockdown 2 they are taking it still, but maybe lockdown 3, if it happens, it can happen, and I think we must take it very seriously. It can happen, then what people will do? Maybe people will feel depressed, people will feel very lonely, उनको लगने लगेगा ये तो एकांत नहीं, ये तो देहांत होने की बात हो गई, अकेले बैठ के क्या करना। मुझे लगता है कि हम मांगते थे कि भगवान हमको कभी अपनी फैमिली के साथ बैठने का टाइम दे, और आज ये अवसर दिया है परमात्मा ने हम सबको अपने परिवार के साथ बैठने का। किसके लिए कमाते हैं? परिवार के लिए, कि कभी कमाकर घर में आराम से बैठेंगे। आज भगवान ने ये अवसर दिया है, ये लोगों को बताएं कि लॉक रहें पर डाउन ना रहें, और अंदर के लॉक खोलें। ये एक है अंतिम यात्रा और दूसरी है अंतर यात्रा। ये समय अंतर यात्रा का है, अंतर यात्रा का ये समय। आइए अंतिम यात्रा की तरफ नहीं, बल्कि अंतिम यात्रा की तरफ नहीं, हम अंतर यात्रा की ओर मुड़ें, भीतर के लॉक खोलें, और साथ ही साथ अपने आप को, धर्मगुरु ये ध्यान रखें, लॉकडाउन भले बढ़ता जाए लेकिन लोग डाउन ना हो जाएं और हम डाउन ना हो जाएं, और भीतर के लॉक खोलें। मुझे लगता है इसके लिए हमें सबको मिलकर काम करना होगा। और रमजान तो बिल्कुल सामने है, और कुछ फेस्टिवल, उसके लिए मैं हमारे फिरंगी मैली साहब बहुत आगे बढ़ के काम करें। और भी मेरी अनेक मुस्लिम धर्म गुरुओं से बात हुई है, वो सब इस समय कह रहे हैं कि देश ने हमको बहुत कुछ दिया है, समय आया है हम देश के लिए इतना ही कर सकते हैं कि हम सब संकट के समय घर पर रहें। यही रमजान, यही फेस्टिवल और यही अक्षय तृतीया, और इसका हम सब मिलकर पालन करवाएं, खुद भी और दूसरों से भी। ये बहुत बड़ी सेवा होगी देश की, और देश इस समय ये सेवा मांगता है। धन्यवाद।
थैंक यू वेरी मच स्वामी चिदानंद सरस्वती जी। जैसा कि आपने कहा कि ये मुश्किल समय है, मगर इसमें भी ज़रूरी है कि हम अपनी स्पिरिट्स को हाई रखें, अपने को लो ना होने दें। लॉकडाउन का ये मतलब नहीं है कि हम भी पूरी तरह से, और दूसरी चीज़ आपने कही कि रमज़ान का महीना आ रहा है, इसमें क्या करना होगा। तो हमारी खुशकिस्मती है कि हमारे साथ आज मौजूद हैं मौलाना खालिद रशीद फिरंग महली साहब, जो कि चेयरमैन इस्लामिक सेंटर ऑफ इंडिया हैं। मौलाना खालिद रशीद, मैं आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करूंगी कि आप इस मौजू पे कुछ बोलें।
First of all, I am very thankful to Spare India and government agencies who are trying their best to ensure that we, the people of India, are safe in our homes. And as far as what Honorable Chidanand Swami Saraswati ji has said, we are working day and night to ensure that people do remain in their respective houses even during the coming Ramzan. And we all must keep in mind that in the past, we all together, the government agencies, the UNICEF, the Rotary, the WHO, and the religious leaders have worked together to make sure, and we have ensured and defeated polio from our country. Similarly, we are much more confident that if we continue to work together, then inshallah we will defeat coronavirus from our country in the near future. And similarly, I think that from this platform, we must make a very loud appeal to the government and other agencies that the data related to COVID-19 must not be issued on religious or community-wise, because it is sending a very negative message, and fake news must be checked, and action and strict action must be taken against the people who are spreading fake news. As far as Ramzan is concerned, the Islamic Center of India and all other Muslim organizations have very clearly issued advisories urging and appealing to Muslim community to remain in their houses even during Ramzan. And we have made a very clear and we have given a very clear message that the Prophet Islam has very clearly said that all mankind is one divine family. So keeping in this mind, we must ensure that we safeguard ourselves and all other human beings. And keeping in this, all these in mind, we have appealed to the Muslim community that in the coming month of Ramzan, which will start from 25th of this month, that Muslims should keep Roza, but they should remain in their homes. And the second point is that the Muslims should offer Tarawih in their homes and should not go or visit any masjids. And similarly, Muslims must offer iftar in their homes and no iftar party will be organized. And we have also appealed to the community that the funds related to the iftar parties must be donated to the poor and needy. Similarly, we have also appealed that the community and to all the people that we all together must respect doctors, paramedical staff, police, and sanitary workers as they are working day and night to ensure that we are safe in our homes. So keeping all these in mind, we are very much confident that people will inshallah follow all these directives and all these messages as the community has followed during the Shabrat. Not a single person visited any graveyard or any mosque during Shabrat. However, Shabrat was only a one-day affair, and Ramzan is during the whole month. But we are very much confident that keeping in mind the present situation and lockdowns, rules and regulations, the community will follow the rules and regulation in letter and spirit. And we have also appealed to the community to make special duas during this month that Allah safe guard all the human beings from this COVID-19 disease, and that the Almighty give us strength to face this situation and come out of this situation positively. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Maulana Khalid Rashid Firangi Mahli Sahab. Some key messages on what to do and what not to do during the month of Ramadan, and also about why it's important to respect all the people who are working hard for us, like the health workers and all. We have to respect them. So with this, we will now move to Mr. Naveed Hamid, President All India Muslim Majlis-e Mushawarat. मैं आप सबको बता दूं कि मिस्टर नवेद की काफ़ी तबीयत ख़राब थी, कल से बहुत तेज़ बुखार था और उसके बावजूद वो इसमें हमारे साथ शामिल हुए हैं. So thank you very much, Naveed Sahab, for joining us despite your health status, and please say a few words. So please unmute yourself.
My voice is audible now? Hello.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to be part of this initiative of Sphere India, in which you are trying to organize and unite people from different faiths to give a united message to people of India that in this hour of crisis, which is the serious crisis for not only India but for all humanity, we should unite and confront this this disease unitedly. As my predecessors, speakers have clearly, given their points in candid manner, I wish to only reiterate that unless until we adhere to the guidelines of World Health Organization and other international forums, and also our respective governments, would not be able to fight this coronavirus. Some of the speakers have already spoken about the measures which need to be highlighted before our fellow citizens. I would request that there should be a joint appeal with 3 or 4 points which needs to be included, that let us pledge that until unless this battle against corona is over, you would skip a meal for a day in solidarity with all those people who are in midst of hunger. Number two, there have been reports about mischievous propaganda on social media and definitely on national media. Let us appeal to all national news channels that please, for God's sake, for the safety of Indians, all Indians, stop spreading lies and fake news and stop divisive debates on TV channels. Emphasizing on these 2 points, I would like to reiterate that yes, Ramzan is just around 2 days now. We would be, Muslim community would be celebrating it for 29 or 30 days. And this Ramzan would be different in the history of Islam. From every part of the world, we are being getting news that Muslims have decided in general that they would confine themselves in homes. I don't think that there would be any reason for Indian Muslims not to adhere to the advice of our respected ulamas who have given clear instructions and advice to Muslim masses to follow certain guidelines, like that praying in homes without inviting even the neighbors, avoid festivities, avoid visiting mosques, avoid visiting that bazaars after Isha prayers. My humble request is, let us unite in this hour of national emergency, that is a medical emergency, and let us pledge that this, until unless this corona is here in India, we are not going to rest, and we are going to obey and adhere to all guidelines of our faith leaders and our government. Thank you very much. Sorry, I was not feeling well, but I tried to give my inner heart and share my inner thoughts. Thank you very much for inviting. I beg to leave this forum now.
All right, we can understand, and thank you very much for joining us, Naved Sahab.
Thank you.
Really appreciate that. I would now request Father Paul, Executive Director, Caritas India, to please share a few words.
फोन आ रहे हैं, इतने सारे फोन
I think we are facing some technical problem. We are just connecting. Yeah, Father Paul, please. Father Paul, could you please switch on your video and unmute yourself?
ഒരു മിനിറ്റ് ജസ്റ്റ് എ മിനിറ്റ്. Hello. Father Joy, I'll just call you back.
Yes, Father Paul, you're audible. Please go ahead.
Yeah. It is my turn. Sorry, I was a little away.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
So my dear and sisters, nice to be back again. This is the third event that we have on Faith Response, the second one with the Spear India. My greetings to all my dear brothers and sisters for this opportunity, and also for coming together to reflect together how as a faith response we can reach out to the people in our country at this point of distressing times with the COVID pandemic. I don't want to take much of the time. I completely resonate all the feelings and the responses that have been already shared by the previous speakers. And these things we have shared already, and which must be already available in our social network by this time. I was just thinking of sharing only one point, that is our responsibility, our mandate as a faith response, something in line with last mile solidarity. All the religions, and as a Catholic faith response, I feel that solidarity is one of the foundational principles of all the religions. And we, the Catholic Church, the Christian faith, fully believe and subscribe this particular fundamental principle of solidarity, which even otherwise is a natural principle of social justice. As it has been taught by our spiritual leader, and it has been shared by Jesus himself, it's our responsibility to reach out to the last, to the lost, and to the least. In that particular perspective, I feel that we have been trying to do the best possible we can. All the faith responses has been doing wonderfully well in this particular area. And I would like to just bring to your attention something which we are doing with a kind of very good infrastructure network that we have at the last mile. As of now, we have reached out to 63 lakh population, serving them the food, the protective equipments, and also being with them, supporting them in this situation of COVID, giving them the kind of emotional and psychosocial support systems. You know that we have 1,000+ hospitals. All these hospitals are being opened and sharing the resources with the communities wherever and whenever it is needed. I'm very happy to tell you that as part of the response to the migrant communities who are going through the most distressing time at this point of time, we have reached out, and we are continually supporting almost 1.6 lakh migrant brothers and sisters in feeding them, and almost 23,000 people sheltering them in our houses, in our institutions. What I want to really emphasize here is that I think the unorganized workers, the migrant communities, people living in the slums, widows, elderly people, the sick people, like I see that along with this morbidity of COVID, there are other comorbidities like people who are already suffering from cancer, people suffering with kidney ailments who need dialysis. And I feel that this is our responsibility at this point of time to travel with them, to be with them, to be part of Solace, sharing our resources with them. And I think that is the responsibility we have. We have something called SCCs, which you may know, small Christian communities and family neighborhood groups, which are the support systems at the very grassroots levels. And we have activated all these mechanisms to reach out in last mile solidarity. So my dear friends, this is not something new which I am sharing, which all of us are doing, but I want to really reiterate this particular dimension that as a short-term measure, at this point of time, it is our responsibility, mandated by our faith, that we have to have this solidarity demonstrated with the last mile people. I stop here. Thank you for listening to me. Maybe I would like to introduce the chairman of Caritas India, His Excellency Bishop Sebastian Kallupura, and he is also joining this particular conference, and maybe he also will be sharing his thoughts on this response mandate as part of our faith. Thank you.
Yes, Father Paul, and thank you for introducing respected Bishop Sebastian. We will request Father Bishop Sebastian to please share a few words.
Good morning to everybody. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay. Good morning to everybody. I am happy to be here, to be with all the different faith groups here. I just support all what Father Paul already mentioned there. And just I say one thing, that Caritas India works in a strategic way. Caritas India follows a strategy in its relief or emergency response. And this strategy is be informed, be trained, be cautioned, be connected, and be compassionate. This is the strategy we follow. And in this, following this strategy, we go ahead doing whatever we can at this moment, together with the civil administration in a very, very special way. As far as I see, all the state governments and also the central government at this time have got or they have deputed the best officers to deal with this pandemic situation that is there. So they are in a way working very well, trying to collaborate and rope in so many groups, different groups. What we need to do is to work with them. And since we have a lot of influence over the people, and still we have credibility in our society in India, tremendous credibility. We should make use of our credibility and reach out to the last and the least. That is what I feel. And also I tremendously agree with Dr. Abraham, who said the next phase were already to deal with the migrants who are returning or already returned to their own places. They lost their jobs. These are migrants. Please remember, these are all daily wage earners. They have already lost their job, nowhere to live. And how to take care of these people and how to collaborate with the government and other agencies around us, how to reach out to these people. This catastrophe, this is what we need to think about. I'm sure we are all people who are believers. We know God is our Father, God is our Mother, He cares for us, He knows all what is happening. Maybe He is bringing a renewal in our society, in the whole world, through this pandemic. Possible, it could be. That's the way a believer can think of, because we could see in the society a kind of division. Simply in our own societies, a division emerging. Now those things are okay. There are discriminations. We can take care of such things also. But at the same time, a kind of coming together is almost seen, I would say, in all our societies around us in India. Very much we can see. We go ahead, collaborate with the government, reach out to them in whichever way possible, make all our institutions available to the government, and to take care of these migrants or people who are to be quarantined. All these things we need to do. Reach out to them, do the best, and from our own side, making sanitizers and masks, all those things we can do, and giving relief to our people in the faraway places where nobody reaches. The missionaries have got missionary mind, you see, missionary might, and so we can reach those people and take care of them. And this is what Caritas India is trying to do, and we do together with all of you. I'm sure this pandemic will be won over. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Father Sebastian, and also Father Paul, for stressing that we all need to do something about the migrants. We should complement the efforts being made by government. Next, I would request Honorable Venerable Bhante Siwali ji. He's the Chief Monk and General Secretary, Mahabodhi Society. So I would request you to kindly say a few words. Please unmute yourself.
Hello.
Yes, you're audible. Please go ahead.
Yes. Thank you very much to all the organizers of this very unique program, that I also respect all the faith leaders who share this unique opportunity to give a very wonderful and very positive message to all the citizens of India, all the nation. And I also have few things, and also I respect to all the messages they have given. And
can I request you to kindly move your camera a bit so that we can see you also?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
That's good. Thank you very much.
So one thing that we all agree that we are a part of this universal nature and the Mother Earth. I think we all first we must think about how we are going to save this earth and the nature. So our faith of humanity also another part. I think similar we have not experienced, but we have learned from the records. The globe, the world has faced a similar pandemic, 1980, the Spanish flu. So we would like to raise that, have we learned and listened from such pandemic? So this time it is for all of us to learn a great lesson from this pandemic. This is the kind of experiment in humanity. How, as a global nation, how we are going to help each other and caring each other apart from our particular religious faith. How we are going to develop one nation, one global nation. And the other thing is that as our duty and responsibility as faith leaders, we must care our communities and we must care equally other communities. Because the religion is coming the second when there is the humanity crisis. The humanity is the first. Whatever our great masters or the founders of the religion, all they have talked to the humanity without any discrimination. So as we are followers of the great masters, especially in India, is the earth that given many births to various religious masters. They have teach us so many of values. So this is the time, the hour of this crisis that we are going to experiment their valuable teachings. India is known as the country of non-violence from thousands of years. So today, at this very moment, not only India, the whole world is feeling of insecurity. All are insecurity. Even the rich people, not only poor, they also feeling of insecurity. So how we as faith leaders going to give confidence to them? How we are going to care, say that we are caring you and we love you. This is what I think everybody is expecting. So we as faith leaders, we must come together with one voice that humanity is the first. The humanism must come first when there is the whole globe and the whole humanity in a great crisis. So that is even we as the Buddhists, that next month it is Buddha Purnima is going to come. We are not going to celebrate as we celebrate in last years, this year. Instead of that celebration, we go to our particular places or the temples, but we only meditate what we can do at this moment to keep in social distancing. We meditate and we share our love and caring and the universal friendliness with each other. So we can feel that wherever we are, we are caring each person, wherever they are living. So this is our message to all the citizens of India, not only particular community. We must, this time, we must come together, keep aside our faith, keep aside our own religious beliefs at this moment, and we practice as a personally our religious faith. But when we come to the society, we must bring our heart of love and heart of caring and heart of honesty and non-violence. This is what I think this time everybody is seeking about. The other thing is that I want to give another message to the people who are now this time in lockdown at their homes, because many people are suffering some kind of mental that anxiety and also tension and a feeling of insecurity. So I would request them to please take off a few minutes of your time and cultivate that kind of karuna, compassion, and also friendliness within your heart. So you can share with your family that feeling. There is enormous positive energy is generating within you when you meditate few minutes at least, and that share with your family members and your neighbors, and also your whole the people in your state, in your country. You can share from one place, because at this moment you can only do this apart from helping other charity work. So this is very important to cultivate, because we have to be healthy mentally also at this moment. If we have become mentally down, we cannot do anything. So we must also cultivate this kind of meditation as per your own faith, own belief, or otherwise just be at your own silence few minutes and cultivate just friendliness. All are my friends. All are my friends. Let everyone be free from all kind of anxiety. Let everyone be free all kind of mental harm and physical sufferings, and let everyone be live with compassion. So this energy, this kind of very positive energy can heal a lot of our mental agonies and mental sufferings. So this is what that we want to give at this very moment. And also this is very important moment that we various faiths come together, and we are showing that. We be example to all other citizens, our fellow citizens, that we are, as a humanism, we are one. We are together. This is a great example that we must give not only to India, to entire globe. So with this message, I wish this pandemic, we let us together with positive energy, with positive thinking, be action, because action is better than the teaching. So it is better that we must act with our own faith, so that ultimately the humanism is emerging as together, as oneness. So I wish all of you, whoever joined us together, this is also kind of very positive energy, that you are all the staff, all the different various organizations, SPA India and other organizations, that you work very hard, and this your hard working will bring very positive results to the country. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. And very rightly emphasized on the point that this is the time we should all unite. We should also think about our mental health, about meditation, using the power of meditation for our psychological and mental health. With these words, we still have 2 more speakers to go. And really, we are blessed to have Sister Urmil from Brahma Kumari Rajyog Seva Kendra. सिस्टर उर्मिल, मैं आपसे निवेदन करूंगी कि कुछ शब्द कहें।
तो लगता है हो गया।
Om Shanti. First of all, I would like to greet Sphere India for organizing such a wonderful meeting of all the faith leaders on behalf of Brahma Kumari's organization, which has a network of about 4,000 branches. Brahma Kumaris have a big message to convey. कई बातें सामने आई हैं. एक बात जो बहुत important सामने आई है, that this world is a family. But how we are family? this message we should give to each and everyone so that it can click to the mind of people. Because we are all human beings. Human means the body, and being means the energy, the power, the consciousness who derive the body of mind. So with this understanding, when we come to know, because these are the biological differences which has been created, and also the religion has created such things that I'm Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, and Isai, but basically we are all souls, the energies, and the energy is made up of peace, purity, power, happiness, knowledge, etc. So we are this actually. So if we just promote it among people, and Brahma Kumaris are doing a lot of work in this direction, and we have two channels. Through these two channels, we are spreading a very good message to all the people. And this channel is, these two channels, they are viewed by about crores of people, and this message is going to them. Secondly, if we see the emotional health is a big issue. People are locked down and they are going under depression. They are worried about future as well. Here we need to say that, yes, this a very good point has come. So the positive thinking has to be raised, but how one can, thought is the seed of every action. This message should go each and everyone. जैसे ही हम मन में संकल्प क्रिएट करते हैं तो हमारा उस संकल्प का अपने चारों ओर एक औरा बनता है और उसी से हमारी सृष्टि बनती है. कहते भी है ना, जैसा हम सोचते हैं वैसा हम बन जाते हैं. तो इसलिए अपनी सोच को बड़ा प्योरीफाई करना है. उसके लिए छोटा सा सिंपल फॉर्मूला SOS, स्टेप बैक, ऑब्जर्व योर थॉट्स एंड देन स्टीयर. अगर वो थॉट हमारे काम का नहीं है, क्योंकि आजकल हम लोग बहुत सारी इंफॉर्मेशन कंज्यूम कर रहे हैं which is not needed, and that is flooding our mind. So instead of flooding our mind with the waste thoughts, which I should say the negative thoughts, we should flood our mind with the positive thoughts. And ये हमारा मैसेज रहेगा ब्रह्मा कुमारीज की ओर से कि इस पर हम सभी को इमोशनली स्ट्रॉन्ग बनाने के लिए स्ट्रॉन्ग काम करना है. और उसके लिए मुझे एक और विचार आता है, जो फ्रंट लाइन वर्कर्स हैं, because they are working day and night for us and they are not bothering about their health and their families. So we should all convey them the message that they should take care of health as well, and whatever they do, they should have the positive energy among them. They should create the positive energy that we are positive beings and everything will be okay. अगर अंदर में फियर होगा, वरी होगी, तो वो हमारे इम्यूनिटी सिस्टम को डाउन कर देगा. And when with such feelings, they will dedicate themselves to or surrender themselves to the God, the highest energy. And I think it can be realized in a good way. And then probably they will feel relaxed and happy. Lastly, I would like to say one thing, like we all did together an appeal, जिसमें हमने कहा कि हम लोग एक टाइम का भोजन स्किप करेंगे. A very good idea, and we are all working on that. Secondly, I would like to say, because we are all faith leaders and we have a lot of power of positivity, so why not to fix 1 hour in the morning as well as 1 hour in the evening to spread good vibrations for them, to sit in silence for them and pray for them that everything be all right with all those who are working for us, those who left their body, and those who are suffering. And this we are doing in Brahma Kumaris a lot, morning and evening both times. So this is what I would like to convey, and my greetings to all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sister Urmil. Very kind of motivating things, inspiring everyone to observe perhaps some time for us in the morning, and also how practically we can do what we are all saying in terms of staying connected, united, and doing something about it. So very well said. मैं अब गुजारिश करूंगी जनाब मौलाना यासूब अब्बास साहब से, जो कि जनरल सेक्रेटरी ऑल इंडिया शिया पर्सनल लॉ बोर्ड हैं. यासूब साहब, आपसे दरख्वास्त है आप चंद अल्फाज कहें. आप अपना माइक्रोफोन अनम्यूट कर लीजिए.
मुझको बाकायदा इसमें शामिल किया और बाकायदा इस वक्त ज़रूरत इस बात की है कि कोरोना वायरस से पूरा मुल्क मुकाबला कर रहा है, पूरी दुनिया मुकाबला कर रही है। हम सब मिलके अपील कर रहे हैं कि सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग का ख्याल रखा जाए। ज़रूरत इस बात की है कि लोगों के अंदर जागरूकता पैदा की जाए, लोगों के अंदर अवेयरनेस पैदा की जाए। अभी भी लोगों के अंदर अवेयरनेस नहीं है। हम जब देखते हैं जो राजधानी है, मैं लखनऊ में रहता हूँ, जो यूपी की राजधानी है, तो देखते हैं जिस तरीके से लोग गलियों के अंदर मुंह से मुंह जोड़े बातें करते रहते हैं, इस तरीके से लगे रहते हैं। हम लोग कोशिश करते हैं कि उनको मैसेज दें ताकि वो सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग का ख्याल रखें, क्योंकि अभी तक उन्हें पूरी तरीके से विचारों को सही से इल्म भी नहीं हो सका है कि ये क्या हो रहा है। लिहाजा हर फील्ड में किसी न किसी की सुनी जाती है। जैसे धर्म की बात होती है तो धर्म गुरुओं की सुनी जाती है, कोर्ट के अंदर वकीलों की सुनी जाती है, राजनीति के अंदर नेताओं की सुनी जाती है, पॉलिटिशियंस की सुनी जाती है। वैसे इस वक्त हेल्थ का मामला है तो ज़रूरत इस बात की है कि हम डॉक्टर्स की सुने, ज़रूरत इस बात की है कि हम WHO को सुने कि WHO की क्या गाइडलाइंस है, और हमारी ज़रूरत है कि हम उनको बताएं, यह हमारी जिम्मेदारी है कि हम उनको बताएं कि इस वक्त ये कैसी महामारी है और इससे कैसा खतरा हो सकता है। क्योंकि कभी हमने ये सोचा भी नहीं था कि एक दिन ऐसा आएगा कि हमें पूरी दुनिया को घर के अंदर बैठना पड़ेगा। हम पूरी दुनिया में कांटेक्ट में हैं, सबसे बात होती रहती है, हर शख्स अपने घर के अंदर बैठा हुआ है, हर शख्स अल्लाह से, भगवान से, ईश्वर से दुआ कर रहा है कि या अल्लाह इससे निजात दिलाए। और हमारे डॉक्टर्स की टीम जिस तरीके से लगी हुई है वो भी काबिल तारीफ है। डॉक्टर्स के साथ साथ जो पुलिस प्रशासन है वो जिस तरीके से बाकायदा इस लॉकडाउन को, सेकेंड लॉकडाउन जो है यहाँ के ऊपर जो सेकेंड फेज इसका गुजर रहा है उसका पालन करा रहा है, उनकी भी वो भी काबिल तारीफ हैं। मगर इस वक्त रमज़ान शुरू हो रहा है, रमज़ान की बात अभी आई, इससे पहले भी, तो रमज़ान के अंदर बाकायदा हमें इस बात का ख्याल रखना पड़ेगा कि हम रमज़ान के अंदर बाहर ना निकलें, कि जज्बाती हो के बाहर ना निकल आएँ कि हम रमज़ान है, अल्लाह का महीना है, ये शहरुल्लाह है, लिहाजा हमें मस्जिद में जा ही के इबादत करना है। नहीं, इबादत घर के अंदर भी हो सकती है। इस्लाम मज़हब ने आपको सारे इख्तियारात दिए हैं। इस्लाम मज़हब ये कहता है कि खड़े होकर नमाज पढ़ो, खड़े होकर नहीं पढ़ सकते तो बैठ के पढ़ो, बैठ के नहीं पढ़ सकते तो लेट के पढ़ो, इशारों से पढ़ो। यानी इस्लाम मज़हब वो मज़हब नहीं है कि आपके ऊपर मज़हब को थोप दिया जाए, या कोई धर्म भी अपने को थोपता नहीं है। लिहाजा ज़रूरत इस बात की है कि रमज़ान के फ़ौरन बाद ईद आती है, लोग गले मिलते हैं, और गले मिलने में ज़ाहिर बात है अच्छी चीज़ है गले मिलना, नफ़रतें ख़त्म होती है, मोहब्बतें बढ़ती हैं। मगर कभी कभी दिल मिला लिए जाएं बजाय गले मिलाने से। सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग का ख्याल रखा जाए। मैं एक दफ़ा फिर आपका शुक्रिया अदा करता हूँ, आपके पूरे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का शुक्रिया अदा करता हूँ कि आपने मुझे इसमें शामिल किया। मैं तहे दिल से ऑल इंडिया शिया पर्सनल बोर्ड के हवाले से आपका शुक्रिया अदा करता हूँ।
थैंक यू वेरी मच यासूफ अब्बास साहब। आपने फिर बताया कि कैसे रमज़ान में घरों के अंदर ही रहना है, और इसके अलावा कैसे हमें एडवाइजरीज को फॉलो करना ज़रूरी है। वी ऑल मस्ट फॉलो द एडवाइजरीज गिवन बाय गवर्नमेंट एंड WHO and the experts in the field, because they know the best for us. So with this, we have heard all the faith leaders. There is a joint appeal with key messages from all the leaders, which I would request to be released now. Valerie, if you can put the appeal on screen for everyone to see, and then we would request all the leaders one by one to say a word or a sentence to endorse and to say that how you support the appeal or what's your appeal. So we'll come back to you again, and you all can say one word or one sentence each. Thank you. So can I request Father Abraham to kindly say a word? In support of the appeal?
अपील करना है अभी, ज्वाइंट अपील है, ठीक है ना?
Can you hear me?
Yes, Valerie, can we somehow see him?
Yeah,
Also?
thank you very much for this appeal that already you have sent to us, and I propose something also. It's very good that we, the representatives of various faith traditions in India, instead of leaders, I think, and our organization also think that is a best word, because we cannot claim that we are the leaders. So rather, we are working with many of the leaders, so the representatives of various faith traditions. That's a good thing. And also the 4 points that you have highlighted, and that is very relevant. One is, do not discriminate for or stigmatize anyone, refrain from any public congregation, be dutiful citizens first, use this time to reflect upon your lifestyle. So it's a very good point that you have already highlighted, and I think it is good as far as the present scenario is concerned. But in other level, since we are discussing only about this appeal, it's okay. But in other level, I would like to say that we need to jointly, we need to have some messages of compassion and the care. Also some visible expression of unity, because we are, someone rightly pointed out here, we are different. At the same time, we are one to take care of the well-being of our people. That is quite important. So thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Father Matthew. I'll request all the speakers to say one sentence or a word to show your support to this appeal. I would now request Honorable Respected Sadhvi Bhagwati Saraswati ji. I think there is some connectivity problem. I'll request Swami Chidanand Saraswati ji.
I think it's a wonderful appeal. We have discussed earlier in our webinar, and this appeal is going to appeal everyone. Number one. Number two, the togetherness. Again, I want to repeat and request. This is the time for togetherness. Let us be together, no matter which religion we come from. This is an attack on humanity. ये इंसानियत का टाइम है, इंसानियत का तगाजा है कि इंसानियत आगे आए, और जब इंसानियत आगे आती है तो सारी बातें फिर अपने आप छोटी छोटी बातें गौण हो जाती हैं, इंसानियत मुख्य हो जाती है। इसलिए मेरी प्रार्थना है सबसे, हम सब मिलकर एक काम करें, चाहे कहीं भी कुछ भी हो रहा और किसके द्वारा किया जा रहा है, उसको किसी कम्युनिटी को ना देखते हुए बल्कि हम इंसानियत को देखेंगे, और इंसानियत का इंसानियत के ऊपर अटैक है। इसलिए इस समय यही कुरान है, यही पुराण है, यही ज्ञान है, यही योग है कि हम किसी को भी कोई चोट ना पहुंचाएं, किसी भी तरह से ना पहुंचाएं। उन सब का ध्यान रखें जो हेल्थ वर्कर्स हैं। बड़ी शर्मिंदगी होती है जब छोटी छोटी बातें सामने आती हैं। इसलिए हम अपने धर्मगुरु सबको मिलकर सबको ये संदेश दें कि ये पहला सबक है किताबे खुदा का कि मखलूक सारी है कुनबा खुदा का, ईशावास्य मिदम सर्वम यत किंच जगत्याम जगत। हम एक हैं, एक थे, एक रहेंगे, लेकिन इस मौके पर हम सब उस एकता का दर्शन कराएं, ये बहुत जरूरी है। धन्यवाद। और लास्ट जो फास्ट की बात है, from that day since we had a meeting, personally myself, we started observing one meal a day. Number two, we have talked to our people also that every Monday everyone should fast. Or same thing we can do with that money, we can give it to our Prime Minister Care Fund, or we can give it to our neighbors who are in need. और साथ ही साथ यही बात जकात के लिए है। 2.5% जकात में जो हम देते हैं, मुझे लगता है इस बार का जकात पूरे समाज के लिए हम मिलकर बांटें, मिलकर खाएं, तो मैं समझता हूँ ये बहुत बड़ा, ये पहला रमज़ान होगा जो इस तरह का होगा जिसमें जान भी बचेगी, जहान भी बचेगा, रमज़ान भी होगी और रोज रोज रमज़ान होगी। धन्यवाद।
थैंक यू स्वामी जी। साध्वी भगवती सरस्वती जी, आप अभी बोल सकते हैं।
The appeal that has been put together is fantastic. We absolutely all need to come forward and not just support it, but disseminate it and get it out. I also wanted to say, though, I think that there's two very, very powerful streams that are happening here together. And one stream is the stream of all of the specific actions that we've been talking about being able to take, whether it's to end the stigma, to end the taboos, to end the discrimination, whether it's to help the migrant workers and help those who don't have access to food or medicine or support, or whether it's the spiritual upliftment. That's one stream, and that's all so essential and so powerful. And there's a whole other stream, which is the stream of us all together on one platform. And that in and of itself is really, really powerful. And so I think that our combined Shakti is actually from both of these streams. Number one, what we all can actually do, both individually in our own communities and our own organizations, and also collectively as one united, cohesive whole. And the other stream of Shakti is simply being together on one platform with one voice, giving out one appeal. In and of itself is such an extraordinarily powerful message of oneness. And as I was mentioning before about the new normal, to me, that foundation of oneness needs to be that foundation of the new normal. And so we are already here as we come together across all borders and boundaries, loving each other, joining hands and hearts together. We're already creating that new normal. And at this time of Earth Day, if we can give out the call, number one, of oneness, as has been said so beautifully by everyone, but also the call that has been so deeply inherent in all of our religious traditions from inception, which is the call of live simply so that others may simply live. And those of us who are in lockdown are realizing that. When you can't go out, when the stores are closed, when airplanes are grounded, we are living simply. And we're all realizing not just how okay it is, but how beautiful it is. And as we live simply, as we consume less, the earth is healthier, and those resources are able to be used and shared with our global sisters and brothers. And even when our doors open and stores open and airports open, it's really important to hold on to that message of our simplicity, our choice of how much we really need, and what an impact that has on Mother Earth and all of our sisters and brothers with whom we share it.
Thank you so much, Sadhvi. I would again request all the speakers to please say one line in support of the appeal. We have a lot of people who have put their questions in chat box and would like to hear from you on that. So let us release the appeal quickly and get to question answer round. So I would now request Maulana Khalid Rashid Firangi Mehli Sahab to please in one line convey the support and endorsement.
Yes, I fully endorse and approve the appeal issued by Sphere India on behalf of faith leaders under the heading of United Hearts and Minds in COVID Response, and also pray to Almighty to safeguard the entire humanity against COVID-19.
Thank you very much. I would now request Father Paul to say a line or a word.
Ilya, I fully endorse and support the appeal. But at the same time, I feel that this particular appeal, it may be nice to salute our frontline workers and volunteers. I think they are the people who are reaching out, not because we can generate ideas, we can generate goodwill, but at the same time, we can in need with a great amount of sacrifice. Maybe I would appeal in the appeal to.
Can you hear?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I would now request respected Bhante Siwali ji to please say a line in terms of endorsement. I think there is some technical problem. I'll request Sister Urmil to please say a word or a line to show your endorsement.
By the Sphere India, and also I would like to say that the United Hearts and United Minds in COVID response is very important nowadays. So Karuna for Karuna means the care for self is very important. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Sister Urmil. I'll request Maulana Yasub Abbas Sahab कि वो अपना सपोर्ट पे कुछ बोले.
मैं अपील करता हूं कि एक तो अपने पड़ोसी का ख्याल रखे. हर शख्स ये सोचे कि हमारे पड़ोसी ने जो हमारे घर के पड़ोस में है उसने खाना खाया कि नहीं. और दूसरी अपील ये है कि हर शख्स ये जिम्मेदारी ले कि अगर से कोई दूसरा बेवजह घर से निकल रहा है तो उसे घर में ही रोके, और उससे रोक के ये कहे कि ये गवर्नमेंट की या पुलिस की जिम्मेदारी नहीं, ये आपकी भी जिम्मेदारी बनती है कि आप ये जिम्मेदारी ले कि उससे पूछेगा तुम कहाँ गए थे. जब आप उसे क्वेश्चन करेंगे तो वो ऑटोमेटिक घर के अंदर रहेगा और इससे बीमारियों से निजात मिलेगी और वो बीमारियां आगे दूसरों को नहीं दे सकेगा.
Thank you very much. We will now open for question and answer. We already have a few questions. Maybe I can read a few questions from the chat box, and then some of the leaders can respond. And after that, we will have this way forward and concluding remarks. So Valerie, we can have the thumbnail view when we can remove the appeal now. तो हमारे पास एक सवाल है रत्ना राज जी से. His question is about social distancing. He's saying he's in Delhi and few areas are thickly populated like Dharavi slums and all. So how can people living in such dense areas follow social distancing? And I'll also, his another question is about discrimination and stigma and how faith leaders can rebuild the damage done in the society because of various factors and various messages of hatred going around. So how can faith leaders play a role in terms of addressing the discrimination and stigma? So with these two questions, would any of the speakers want to answer this? You can raise hand. Yeah, Maulana Khalid Rashid Sahab, can you unmute? Yeah.
And I think that the manner in which today we all faith leaders are sitting together and saying nearly the same thing and giving a very solid and united message. And if we continue to do so in the future also, then we all can successfully remove the misconceptions that are in the mind of some people regarding each other religion. Then such kind of anti-religious you can say messages can be stopped.
Thank you. एक और कमेंट में मैसेज है कि इस अपील को हिंदी और क्षेत्रीय भाषा में भी रिलीज किया जाए. So we'll do that. There is a comment from Professor Menon that following the do no harm approach and leaving no one behind will take care of the weaker and vulnerable section and the interstate migrant workers and those engaged in unorganized sectors. So we have to make sure we do no harm and we also don't leave anyone behind. The next question. The next question is, we as humans are polluting water, air, and soil. How can we stop that? How can we educate our followers? This question is from Nixon World Vision India, that all the damage that is being done by the people to environment, how can we stop that? Who would like to go? Swami Chidanand ji.
जैसा कि मैं यहाँ देख रहा हूँ, मैं तो आई एम सिटिंग ऑन द बैंक्स ऑफ गंगा इन द हिमालयास. I can tell you I am here for last almost 60 years, and within these few days the cleanliness we can see in the water, the chirping of the birds, and the beauty and the dignity in the whole area, I can tell you, is so amazing, and no efforts. All efforts are being made to clean Ganga, to clean all the rivers with so much money. And here, no money, nothing has been done. Only what people were doing, that is being stopped. जब लोग घर से बाहर निकलते हैं या उनके किनारे पर रहते हैं तो डालते हैं, नगर पालिकाएं डालती हैं, नागरिक डालते हैं और नगर निगम डालते हैं, फैक्ट्रीज डालती हैं. मुझे लगता है समय आ गया है ये सोचने का, गंगा पर कुछ खर्च करने की जरूरत नहीं है, गंगा के लिए कुछ खर्च करने की जरूरत नहीं है, बल्कि जो हम कर रहे हैं उसे रोकने की जरूरत है. गंगा अपने आप को, नदियां अपने आप को स्वच्छ कर लेंगी, शुद्ध कर लेंगी. आप देखिए सब जगह 50% से भी ज्यादा हवा शुद्ध हो गई है. पानी एकदम निर्मल हो गया है। मुझे लगता है इसके लिए हमें अपनी लाइफ स्टाइल को चेंज करना होगा, अपनी आदतों को सुधारना होगा। हम अपनी आदतें सुधार लें, ये एक प्रकृति का नोटिस है। पहले केदारनाथ में फ्लड आया, अब ये कोरोना आया। केदारनाथ टू कोरोना only is a message. How many messages we need? I think let us not have so many messages. This should be the last message to all of us. We should take the responsibility of our nature, of our rivers, of our mountains, and this is our culture. सभी लोग मास्क पहने हैं, जिसको देखो मास्क पहने हैं। क्यों मास्क पहने हैं? क्योंकि हमें किसी को अशुद्ध हवा नहीं देनी है। मास्क पहनने के बजाय मुझे लगता है हम लोग एक संकल्प लें कि हम सब मिलकर आने वाली पीढ़ियों को मास्क ना पहनना पड़े। इसके लिए ऑल फेथ लीडर्स, नो मैटर व्हाट, शुड बी नाउ वन रिलीजन फॉर नेचर, और कि हम सबको ऐसा बनाएंगे अपनी मंदिरों के थ्रू, मस्जिदों के थ्रू, गिरजा के थ्रू। हम सब मिलकर अगर ये संकल्प कर लें कि नदियों में अब कुछ नहीं जाएगा, हम अपनी कारों का जहर अब नहीं घोलेंगे, उतना लिविंग विद लेस, ये अगर सोच लेंगे तो मैं समझता हूँ नदियाँ भी शुद्ध रहेंगी और हवा भी शुद्ध रहेगी। और इस सबके लिए हमारी ये, मुझे रिलीजियस ड्यूटी है, ये हमारी रिलीजियसली हम इसको करें, ताकि आने वाली पीढ़ियाँ सोचें कि हमारे धर्म गुरुओं ने अगर कोई सबसे बढ़िया काम किया, वो ये नहीं किया कि मस्जिदों में जाओ या मंदिरों में जाओ, सबसे बढ़िया काम किया अपने मस्जिदों और मंदिरों से, गुरुद्वारों और गिरजा से और या धर्मशालाओं से एक संदेश दिया, आइए, लेट अस टेक केयर ऑफ आवर मदर नेचर, लेट अस प्रोटेक्ट, प्रिजर्व एंड सर्व आवर मदर नेचर. That's what is needed. Thank you.
Thank you, Swamiji. We'll take two more questions. So the next question is from Gyankika. How can non-profit organizations be active in various parts of the country, rural and urban work with faith leaders? How can they engage with faith leaders? What would be the best way to approach and work with them to spread essential messages about hygiene, which is of paramount importance? Who would like to take this? सिस्टर उर्मिल बोलना चाहती हैं? यस सिस्टर उर्मिल।
आई वांट टू से कि इसके ऊपर काम करने के लिए वो लोग उनसे जुड़े, और जुड़ने के बाद फेथ लीडर्स के साथ कोई प्लान बनाए, विलेजेस को अडॉप्ट करें, क्योंकि हम लोगों ने कई विलेजेस को अडॉप्ट किया है और दिव्य नगरी के नाम से वो काम करते हैं। और वहां जो लोग रहते हैं उनमें ड्रास्टिक चेंजेस हैं, एकदम वो गांव बदल के जैसे कि एक स्वर्ग का मॉडल बन गया है। तो थोड़ा सा कनेक्ट करेंगे तो मैं समझती हूँ कि इससे बहुत फायदा होगा और काफी सुधार ला सकेंगे।
थैंक यू सिस्टर उर्मिल। एक और क्वेश्चन है मिस्टर इमाम अंसारी का, दैट्स आल्सो अबाउट स्टिग्मा एंड डिस्क्रिमिनेशन, वी हैव ऑलरेडी टेकन दैट। There is a question from John Arokia Raj. He's saying the denied burial of neurosurgeon at Chennai is an inhuman act, traumatic experience indeed. This is because of the misconception of people. Have we collectively failed in foreseeing such incidents? What steps this forum suggests that there should be no more repetition of this sort? It's about misconceptions in the society and certain actions being taken which may not be correct, and how can we as faith leaders do something about it? Anyone want to answer? Yeah, Maulana Khalid Rashid Sahab.
I think in this, as far as this particular case is concerned, we in Lucknow have already formed a committee by the name of Burial Committee, in which we have engaged doctors, social workers, and religious leaders to ensure that if Khuda na khasta there is a death due to COVID-19, the last rite must be performed as per the respective religion of that particular disease. So I think that the guideline issued by WHO in this regard are very, very clear. And the government, the state government must ensure that in each and every district, such a committee must be formed to ensure that the last rite of the disease is performed by that committee as per the religion of the deceased.
Thank you very much. We have some suggestions in terms of how we can support governments in having guidelines on burying, cremation and all. I think it's there, as you said. एक और क्वेश्चन है कि स्वामी जी लोग घरों में रहते हैं लेकिन गरीब लोगों की रोजी रोटी की समस्या बनी होती है क्योंकि उन्हें खाली गेहूं चावल मिल रहा है. Again, urging people to come forward to help. I think you all leaders have already appealed to people to support even in the month of Ramadan and even while skipping meals and fasting and donating. So I think that's addressed. So with this, I'll close the question answer session, and I would request Vikrant Mahajan, the CEO of Sphere India, to kindly share the way forward and some concluding remarks, please.
I think it's the United Hearts and Minds. I will not revisit the enlightened points already shared by all faith leaders. Just I think is revisiting some of them, that we are here together to serve humanity, to reduce human suffering, life loss, and how we promote the social cohesiveness and harmony in these times, so that we can be united in our hearts and minds, and come out of this corona stronger and better than before. I will revisit some of the principles while we do all these things, the principles of humanity and humanitarian imperative. That's the humanity comes first, and along with humanity, how we preserve nature, as emphasized by some faith leaders, including Swami Chidanand Saraswati ji. How we, when we reaching out to humanity, how we remain impartial in our approach, and also remain neutral, so that we forget our affiliations, but be there with just one and common thing of serving humanity there. And while we do all these things, our role is to supplement government efforts. And as again, I think the faith leaders have emphasized, in this time, it's the health professionals, the doctors, the other frontline workers, and the able support we have with the organization like World Health Organizations. They guide us, and we follow that path. I think going back to the next forward action, we will take forward the good deliberations and learnings, including the appeal which has come forward from here, as in the form of a campaign. The campaign will include having video bites by faith leaders. We will also reach out to more faith leaders, extend the network. I think we have a social media package also supported by our communication team. There was a suggestion about having a hashtag, a common hashtag to which we all support, and other materials will be developed in due course of a time, and we all will stay connected to this Interfaith Humanitarian Alliance. I request all to support this, disseminate the messages in your networks, among your followers, and also stay connected. I think I like to address a question I think Gyanika has raised, that how the non-profit organizations can connect with the faith leaders in reaching out to communities. So in my view, this I think Sphere India as a collective of humanitarian organizations, and now this Interfaith Humanitarian Alliance, our effort would be that we go more and more local in the communities, and in every community is the faith leaders and the social organizations, CSOs, and other non-profit organizations. We bring them together in intervening these networks also, along with other community organizations, the Gram Panchayat, the district authorities, and create a mechanism that through a whole of a society approach we address this. So this would be one of the very focus of this alliance, and the action we're going to take forward. Toward that, my request would be to all of you is to connect other faith leaders also, because we need to spread this and make it more larger and amplify our voices, so that we reach out to each and every community, each and every nook and corner of the country, and going beyond that to the whole world. I also say that we, in terms of getting organized, we will look at, how we students get activated at the state levels, following the blessings of the faith leaders from here, with the followers and other these state units of the your state units and other faith leaders who they are at the state level. We connect them again to have a more closer state and a district level action. We maintain one metrics, we call it as unified response metrics. In that metrics, every organization who's responding to this COVID situation, they make their entry as to what they are doing and what they are planning to do. I'm coming from an experience of almost more than 190 disasters now. I think this is a very useful tool. In this tool, we are able to find out, is there some duplication happening somewhere, and where the gaps are. So we'll continue to do that, and request to the faith leaders and other faith-based organizations, reach out to them, bring them into this networking loop so that we can have their information also into it, and we can do a better coordination among us and also with the government. So we will put our efforts toward that. And then, as advised by some of you, that we will look at, as an Interfaith Humanitarian Alliance, what are the other joint activities we can do, so that we convert this appeal, these words, into an action at the community level, and we alleviate communities and the humanities from the suffering, and we come up stronger and better from this COVID. That's some of the actions. I think we will be in touch. I think me and my team will definitely be there behind, to give all possible support to take it forward. Thank you so much. Sabhi ko namaskar.
Thank you, Vikrant. And with this, we have come to the conclusion. We'll conclude this session, and we hope you all will take good care of yourselves, stay safe, stay connected. Together, we'll win this battle, surely. Thank you very much. Good afternoon. Goodbye.